Hello, everybody. It's your friend Will the Trill here. Since it's Thursdays, I figured on Thursdays I'll do storytime videos whenever I can on Thursdays. Since it's a throwback Thursday, I'll be doing videos of me telling stories about my past and everything I can remember in my past, my childhood. Because, you can't take life for granted. You got to live it to the fullest. So, this is when you tell your stories. What's good about like friends and family, like a new generation of your family, can keep your memory alive. Especially having a YouTube channel, you get to tell your stories, like digitally record it, put it online, and your memory is kept alive forever. So, here's this one story. My first story I'm going to tell. This happened over 17 years ago. I was in fourth grade. It was around late winter, early spring of 2003. I was doing a test, and I went up to this part where you have to write a paragraph, like basically a story like about getting good or bad advice. Just bear with me because I'm trying to put this together in my head. It takes a little while. For a few minutes, I got stuck. Sorry. I really couldn't think about anything about what to write. I was stuck. And I was trying to think, good or bad advice. Who would give me good or bad advice? I'm trying to think. But then I thought back. It sort of popped in there, it's like I remember all of a sudden I remember one student, we did this little writing project about like I forget exactly what it was because this is 17 years ago, and it was about like a frog or something like that. That's all I can remember. I'm sorry, got a little tickle in my throat. It was so one boy he wrote about a frog like having a battle with Doctor Evil, the character from the Austin Powers movies, and I thought it was pretty good. And then Pete and a lot of the other kids liked it, and then I do remember in the end of his story, he writes in the end that the the that Doctor Evil becomes good, and then the frog becomes bad, and that's what happened. And then that's what popped in there, like while I was trying to think about what to write about good or bad advice. So yeah, so it hit me, and so he said, I thought his story was pretty good, but I'm going to write a better one. That's what came to my head. I wanted to write a better story. Like more it's the way my thoughts were back then. Like I was 10 and a half years old. This was my 10-and-a-half-year-old thoughts. The way my thoughts were working, like, I want to write a better story than this boy. I want to make a better story. So I start to write. I have a friend named Eli who would give me good advice. But then Dr. Evil would be the one who gives me bad advice. And so, yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, I remember some parts of what I wrote. And so I said, I wrote, I should say, and Dr. Evil would tell me to kill Eli. And then I said, no way. I'm not going to kill Eli. He's my friend. And then, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I continue. And Dr. Evil says, do it or I'll kill you. And then I would say, go ahead and kill me. And so Dr. Evil would go and kill me. Damn. I'm so sorry about that, guys. All right. The tickle's gone. So where was I? So I wrote the story. I continue that Austin Powers comes to the rescue. He stops Dr. Evil, and Dr. Evil never he never bothered anybody at the school again. And Austin Powers gave good advice. So that was what I wrote, and that was what I could think of. So that's what I thought about what would make a better story about Dr. Evil. So I finish it. I finished the thing. I finished the essay, and teacher looks at it, didn't say anything to me bad about it. She didn't confront me or anything. Nothing. And so I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. And then I was kind of a little excited, like saying, "Oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to have the best story, a much better story. I'm going to beat this boy to the punch." And so like hours later, and then I was it's like I was feeling great. I thought I wrote the best story I could think of, but then I was not expecting this at all. I actually was called. I actually got sent to the office, and then I was like, the principal's office. What's going on here? I was confused, and I was like, what did I do wrong? And so I walk into with my teacher aide, and then she walks me into the office, the principal's office, whose name was Mr. Minetti. And so I walk into Mr. Minetti's office, and then he was talking to me about the story I wrote. He said about how it was bad. It was very threatening, and then threatening to kill people. And then I was like, "What?" I was confused, and I was well, since my autism was at its peak, I really didn't know what to say. And then it's like in my head, but wait a minute, it was just a story. It's like I just wrote a story. Like, well, what's the big deal? It's like I was confused. I was confused as hell. And then I had absolutely no idea that I would get into really big trouble for this. And yeah, because this was fourth grade. This was late winter or early spring of 2003, and so I take the bus home, and then go to, only to find out that Mr. Minetti called my parents, and then and then my father gives me a screaming confrontation, and then yeah, he and Dad went right in my face. He goes like, "No more Austin Powers, no more Shrek, no more this, no more that." It's like I was, yeah, but it's like I was I kept thinking, I kept trying to say, but it was just a story. What it there's no big deal. I didn't see anything wrong with it at all whatsoever. It's like, and so just excuse the way my memory works. Like, it's the way my brain is developed and wired. So just excuse the way it works. So just bear with me, okay? This is the best I can do. So do not judge me with this. So this is the best I'm able to do it. I'm able to put out my memories. So that was it. I was scared to write any type of story. So I was scared. I was afraid I would get in trouble again, and so. But then it took me like years. Years later. Then I thought about. I thought about. That's right. This I wrote this a year and a half, over a year after the September 11th terror attacks happened. But then it took me years. Like I was older, then I realized that it was um, it was a school that was taking precautions about like threatening stuff, like anything that's like killing is like, because I think it was like this day. It had to have been the school's like policy, like the precautionary policies that they took, just to keep kids safe and everything. So I sort of understand now. It's like, but at the time, I thought it was just a story that I wrote. I thought it would be a great story. Then the kids would love it, and then, but I ended up getting in trouble for it. So this is my first story time video for on Thursdays, like Throwback Thursday. So hope you guys enjoyed my first story time video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to always love.